In a world where the marks think they know better than the wrestlers and the bookers, the Fantasy Booking Institute exists to pretty much do exactly that. This is a visit from the FBI.
This is Dan the Dad, and you should listen to Raw and Order or you're grounded.
Welcome to another episode of the Fantasy Booking Institute, your weekly choice for pro wrestling fantasy booking. I am your host, Detective Mark Smarks, and I am joined, as always, by my partner in crime fighting, District Attorney Vincent Kayfabe. What's going on, man? How are you?
I'm good. How are you, my friend?
Can't complain. Well, I could, but no one wants to hear that. Also joining us from up north, RCMP JLB. What's going on, man?
Hey, guess what? I ain't grounded because I am listening and I am watching and I am talking on Raw and Order WB.
You sure were.
So no grounded for me, baby. Whoop. I'm good. It fucking rained today, so it was a bitch walking home. I had my AEW sweater, so I was all elite. But it got drenched too, so it wasn't that elite, I guess, with my AEW sweater. But you know, I'm here and I'm dry. Put on new clothes, and yeah, it was raining men outside. Wasn't hallelujah either.
It was raining men.
Yeah, just a bunch of guys were falling.
Man. So I read a fun theory on
Actual men, it's crazy.
Online.
It's like more midgets. It was raining midgets.
They said, what if it's raining men and drowning pools' bodies are just the same experience from two different perspectives?
Yeah, let the bodies hit the floor. One's taking it to a real dark place, and the other one's happy about men falling from the sky.
You know, I think that's pretty dark just in general.
Let the bodies hit the floor. It's raining men! Let the bodies hit the floor. That should be a crazy mashup. Fucking some DJ get on that.
It's raining men.
I bet you it's already out there. I bet you if I do some Googling, it's already out there.
I will Google it.
So this is our fantasy booking show. By the way, I gotta say hi to Ambrosia. She's already joined us. And hello, Ambrosia.
Hi, Ambrosia.
Hello.
Also, hi to Big JC 65.
Someone did make it a thing.
I was certain. It's available. There's no way someone didn't do that.
It's raining men on the floor.
But anyways, but yeah, this is our fantasy booking. So if you're new to the Fantasy Booking Institute, the rules are really simple. We're gonna take turns challenging the other persons to do some unlikely and sometimes even impossible scenario in the world of wrestling. We don't discuss them in advance because that's more fun, and also because we usually don't think of them in advance. So before we get into the actual fantasy booking, though, I like to take a moment to point out Raw and Order is part of the Tatnus Co. Podcast Network. I say it at the beginning of every show, but I want to make sure everyone remembers. Down in the doobly-doos, you can find the link to tatnusco.com. You can head on over there after the show, check out the other shows on the network, check out Tatnus's podcast himself, let him know that we sent you, and then come back here for the next show. We go live at least twice a week. That's Sunday nights and Tuesday nights. We got Fernando here.
Oh, I knew there was something in the air that night, and the stars were bright.
Fernando. Oh, two of us trying to click on it at the same time. But yeah, we go like at least twice a week, right? Although in times when there's like special events, pay-per-views, whatever, we'll do Twitch only exclusives. So it's a really good idea for you to follow us on Twitch.
Especially before August 31st, because if we get 50 followers, Braun Panties match is happening. Yes, between two guys. I've had a few people ask me, is it guys or girls? I'm like, it's guys. Our two co-hosts.
I wasn't really going to talk about it. I was just going to,
got to make it happen.
I mean, we have to talk about it, bud.
Yeah,
you're trying to hide from things.
So the remix that they did was they put the instrumental to "It's Raining Men," and then the song to "It's Raining Men" with the visuals from "Let the Bodies Hit the Floor," and then "Something's Got to Give" part from Thing. I didn't listen to the whole thing because I'm currently podcasting, but yeah, it's a thing. It's a thing.
I would bet hard money that you can find multiple different versions, but this is not a mashup podcast. Although, we can always try one someday. I think my favorite mashup I ever had was the I Dream of Jeannie theme song with My Neck, My Back. It worked way too well.
With what?
My Neck,
I Dream
My
of
Back.
Jeannie?
I Dream of Jeannie. Do, 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 do,
My neck,
do,
my
do,
back,
do,
my
do,
muscles, and my
do,
crack.
do, do.
My neck.
Well, there's even, I don't know what it's called, but there's even some people who do karaoke because there's only so many chords, right? So if you get the proper mixture,
We will
of a
hold you to
song,
that, Ambrosia.
I will even come. Yes,
It's gonna be a long flight, but we'll hold you to it.
well on live, and she will wear a low cut ref shirt. It'll be very.
Where's the fun
very-
in that? Okay, it looks like DA Fabe wants to start things off with a pack. So,
Hit him up.
somebody. Yep. Okay, we're just gonna go with that one because he's already started to open.
Just picked one. I'm not gonna sit around and wait for somebody to pick between 1 and 2. I can choose between 1 and 2.
Yeah.
When there's a third option that fucks everything up. First one, Alexa Bliss.
Oh yeah. Ryan Cabrera is a lucky man.
I don't know who that is.
Her husband.
He doesn't exist.
I mean, I guess denial is not just a river in Egypt.
Oops. Sorry, Ridge Holland.
All right. He recently just made I was on some interview talking about his whole scenario with breaking Biggie's neck and how he feels bad about it, and ultimately he has to get the trust of all the wrestlers again, but he's working up to it. And yeah.
It is interesting that I would open these two at the same time, so I'm actually going to hold them up both at the same time. We have a Fearless Edge and a Demon Finn Balor.
Oh. Edge, who announced on Toronto that he will be retiring next year, and it would be in Toronto.
I watched the clip, and he did not specifically say he would be retiring in Toronto. He hinted that he's got about a year left, and he hopes to make it back to when they come back sometime next year, and that he would be celebrating with them in Toronto. But he did not specifically say it would be my last match. I would be retiring.
No, that's fair.
Which means he thinks he's got a year left before he wins the world title.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
Which means the Rock Roman thing is going to be such a thing now. For no title.
So
You're
latching
beating that
onto the
dead
Rock
horse.
Roman.
Like, that horse is beat.
That's your horse? What the fuck?
Anyways, so before we get into the fantasy booking, though, I would like to point out I was sort of correct. I predicted the right week for Johnny Gargano to show back up again. I just had the wrong day. That's all. In fairness, I did say that I thought it was most likely he went to WWE. I just wished he chose AEW. So I was hopeful thinking for Wednesday. But instead, he showed up yesterday.
Yep. In a crazy, like, just off the commercial break, bam. Here's the end. Here's the Titantron with the smile.
I literally almost
I was
missed
like,
it
wow.
because I was fast forwarding through the commercial break. You know, you do the like skip 30 seconds,
Right.
And it was a commercial. I skipped 30 seconds, and suddenly he's in the ring. I'm like, wait, no, back. I want to see the entrance.
No, so you missed the whole surprise of it. Fuck.
Yeah, I missed, but
I guess can you skip 10 seconds each time instead of 30, or is that not a thing?
not for forward. It's the weird way that it works.
Fucking peacock.
Skip forward 30 seconds, skip back 10 seconds. So, the concept being, you skip forward 30 seconds, you realize you missed something. You can get more precise with going backwards, because obviously you don't want to go back a full 30 seconds because that's when you fast forwarded. So, anyways. I didn't really like use it. I missed the surprise of it, but my only complaint, to be perfectly honest, was the pop was so loud. It was hard for me to tell that it was Rebel Heart playing. But I could tell eventually, and I love Rebel Heart. It's one of my favorite ring entrance songs.
Handle yourself, whiny boy. That's the worst part.
Yes, that's literally the worst part of it. And that's my point. If that's the worst part of it, then it was fucking good.
Yeah, what you should do is just not fucking bring it up.
No, because I love to hear Rebel Heart. I actually played it for my wife today. I was like, listen, you got to listen to this entrance.
Okay, well, that was fun.
And then his wife huffed and puffed and was like, "Why am I married to you?"
She blew his house down. I don't think she's a big bad wolf.
She could be.
She mostly just rolled her eyes.
Yeah.
Said something like, "That's nice, dear."
That's nice, dear.
Thank you, dear.
Yeah, that's nice. That's nice.
I'm going to go do big girl things now. Grown-up things.
Grown-up things.
But
This is
super
grown-up
fun.
stuff.
Super fun watching Johnny Gargano back in
Gargano.
Johnny Gargano. And his reunion with Theory that ended with Theory getting kicked in the face.
In the face. No, I don't know where that's from. Yep. Well, and honestly, great way to bring him back into that storyline. From the way. Yeah.
Great also, way. In related news, Index is back. Dexter appeared on NXT tonight and reunited.
Well, we don't know. He got arrested afterwards.
No, he appeared.
No, I know, but then he got arrested afterwards when bringing her to the back. So
that's fine. Still gets arrested. It's still back together. It also does mean that they are at least starting to do what we've said they need to do and have continuity between the shows.
Yes.
Right.
You know what I mean? That NXT has to play into Raw, has to play it. You know, you can't just ignore it. Like you did, like Vince did a few years ago when he called
active feud between Johnny Gargano and Tommaso Ciampa. But on the main roster, they're DIY.
They're tag teams and they're smiling and holding hands and shit. No, it's not how it works. Yeah, and so this is a good scene there. Also, they confirmed on NXT tonight that the matches at the next NXT event, I can't remember what it's called, but are going to be title unification matches. So the NXT UK title and the NXT title are going to be unified.
Oh, so it's going to be like champions versus champions throughout the entire.
I mean, they already announced that Tyler Bate, the NXT UK champion, we talked about that. The tournament's not over yet. He hasn't won it yet, but that's exciting.
Well, they clearly don't have time to finish it.
Yeah.
Since they're ending it on the 4th.
Yeah. So he's the champion now. But he's going to face off with Braun Breaker in a title unification match. And then there's going to be a triple threat with B. Priestley, Mandy Rose, and Miyu, what's her name? Miyu Iwatani, who's the NXT UK Women's Champion. As a unification match there, which is weird for me because, why is B. Priestley in this? You know what I mean?
Other than that, she was already a number one contender.
Yeah, wasn't she the number one contender?
Well, it'd be B. Priestley, but she's whatever her fucking. Her NXT name is.
Right.
She wasn't number one contender for the NXT one, so if she was, it would have been for the NXT UK one, which I guess I don't know for certain whether she was or wasn't. Now I'm trying to.
Maybe that's just their way of putting that on her. Maybe they
Blair
want to strap
Davenport.
on.
That's what.
Or maybe it was something with the NXT UK tapings that was going to happen.
Said she was out. She had her match versus Indy Hartwell. Then afterwards, she called out NXT Women's Champion, getting both Mandy Rose and Meiko Satomura. That's the NXT UK one. To come out. They set up a triple threat unification for NXT World Collide.
See, all you got to do is say, "I want to fight you."
Yeah, exactly.
And then you can be a world champion.
And so, I would assume we're also going to see eventual setup of the NXT UK Tag Championships, unified with the NXT Tag Championships and so on. I mean, I don't think the NXT UK has
Worlds Collide. No, isn't that what
Worlds
it is?
Collide. Yep, that's what it's called.
That's it. Okay, I was pissing me off. Fuck. Okay.
This is what is like Worlds Collide.
Oh, you ready to go? Let the bodies hit the flow. Sorry, I just wanted to.
You're stuck on this mashup thing, but
Yeah, I'm sorry.
All right. So we have some challenges.
We do.
I know what I don't know what Smarks is going to do, but I think I know what Smarks is going to do. I'm pretty sure I can guess what Smarks is going to do.
Okay.
And I think that's a good one to close on, if it is. So,
yet we don't know.
No, I think he's going to make us do the 20 questions thing again.
Well, that's a game, though. That's not unless that's part of our fantasy booking.
I used it as a challenge before. Just saying. I set a precedent.
A president. So what do you got, JLB? Do you want to go first? Do you want me to go first?
Well, I mean, for the sake of
first?
being such a loyal fan, I think I would be obliged, unless one of you guys want to do it, to do Fernando's fantasy booking.
Which was, I don't remember.
Damn it. I thought one of you would remember.
He wanted us to do a draft, I think. Fernando, if you're here, could you
enlighten us
clarify
on what your challenge was?
If I'm remembering correctly, he was like, if we had to do the draft, who would we draft? And I remembered saying, "Oh, geez, that's a."
Or we can also save that for like a special one, because that I feel like can be an hour and a half all on its own.
Well, yeah, we've done it before. That being said, I mentioned, I think before the show to Fernando said he wanted us to do a draft. It is important to note that reports have come out that USA Network has informed WWE wrestlers that there will not be a draft this year.
What?
That's kind of what I said, for multiple reasons. Number one, why is USA Network informing the wrestlers? USA Network doesn't have anything to say about whether there's a draft. I mean, they might have a say as to who gets drafted where, but they're not the ones who make this call. WWE makes the call.
Maybe they're happy with who they have there, so they're like, hey guys, you're not doing a draft.
Well, yeah, and that's fine. They can express their opinion on it, but in the end, WWE's the one. So if WWE
I would guess if they were asking for there not to be one, they want to see how a title on their product line carries with a new champion.
Yep.
I.e. Karrion Kross, i.e. Drew McIntyre, i.e. Bobby Lashley.
Oh, so who reported this? I also feel like it's kind of fake.
Oh, I saw it on. It was a reputable.
Yeah, it wasn't Sap, Meltzer.
No. Well, I mean, it was a dirt sheet still. I mean, but it was a reputable one. It wasn't fucking Ringside News. I hate them. They suck.
Hashtag clearly not sponsored.
Oh, I would refuse a sponsorship from them
Wow.
because they suck.
Look at you.
You absolutely
I gotta see if I can find it.
suck.
It was earlier today, and
God, it's me, Billy.
but that's why I remembered saying, why is USA Network saying this? Why is
Right.
it not, WWE saying this? Because the wording was specifically USA Network has informed WWE wrestlers that there will not be a draft this year. And then everyone, hopped on it and was commenting about how, after WrestleMania would make the better time for a draft. Which I agree, after WrestleMania does make the better time for a draft. But
So in recent
okay,
years, every
Sean,
draft is
Sean Ross
October.
Sapp says it might be not so fast on an upcoming WWE draft, as talent are getting mixed messages from higher ups. More details coming to Fightful Select shortly. This was 11 hours ago. And then I saw a report later that said
Yeah.
that USA Network has been informing wrestlers that there will not be a draft this year.
There will be
Several
no
Raw
draft.
stars have been unbooked from the SmackDown episode following Clash pay-per-view, and talent have been getting mixed messages. There you go. So it's Fightful. It's a decent enough.
They may be trying to establish the individual brands before they do a draft. Which does
Well,
make
I mean,
sense.
we've said many a time, right before Survivor Series is not a good time to do the draft, because then the people don't have a
Any
loyalty,
reason.
right?
Yes.
And that doing it at some other time is the better option, right? That being said, they've done a draft. If they're going to have a brand split, they kind of need to do a draft at some point. You know what I mean?
Right.
To resplit the brands, yes.
Yeah.
I just find it still weird for US to say something like
That's why I'm trying to find the exact post on it, because that's why it was so weird. It was specifically USA Network saying it, not
USA.
because I mean, why wouldn't you even want, like, let's say, a Roman on your Raw, or a Karrion Kross on your Raw, or a Drew McIntyre on your Raw? You know what I mean? Like, no, we're not doing a draft because we like where we are, but you can easily just get some other big players on your Raw brand as well. So why not have? Well, KO is technically Raw. Why not want Sami Zayn? Why not want the Usos? Why not want Shinsuke? You know, like, I don't know. I feel like it's a bullshit story. We'll see.
I'm still trying to find the exact post. Anyway, how about in in the interest of doing something for Fernando, how about we do a limited draft? 10 spots?
10 spots. We'll do 10 spots.
Okay, 10 spots makes
10
sense.
spots make sense. Okay. So let's see here. We'll do this. JLB odds are even.
Even.
So Fabe, your odds. Fabe gets to go first.
Okay.
Who are you drafting for?
I'll draft for Raw.
Okay. JLB, who do you want to draft for?
Well, who will we have to pick? SmackDown or AEW or NXT?
SmackDown or, I guess, NXT.
Okay. I'll draft for SmackDown.
Okay. Then it looks like I will draft for NXT.
Oh, we're all drafting. Okay.
In the spirit of NXT, I will limit myself to drafting less established wrestlers for the most part. Like I'm not gonna pick Roman Reigns to come to NXT.
Right.
That makes very little sense. So, okay.
At draft pick number 1, Raw selects Seth freaking Rollins. We need time frame to fill 3 hours on Raw. That's why I did not take Roman Reigns. I have a feeling he won't make it to round 2. What's up, Crazy Cal?
Hey, Cal. Thank you for coming on in, buddy.
Appreciate it.
Yo. Yeah. So I gotta acknowledge him, Roman Reigns. Obviously,
That's a fair choice.
Yeah.
Very fair choice. You may call BS on me doing this, that this is too established, but I got an idea for it. Dolphy Ziggs.
No, that's
Recently been on NXT. I think that's a fair statement.
Yeah, that's fair.
Yeah. He also, I think he would thrive in NXT.
Yes.
He really would.
So yeah, just to interrupt real quick, it was Dirt Sheet Radio that reported, quoting Fightful Select. USA Network sources have told WWE talent that the draft isn't happening in the immediate future, have outright stated that after WrestleMania is a likelier landing spot.
Fair enough.
Anyways.
The number 2 spot for Raw is Bianca Belair.
Number 2 spot for SmackDown is Becky Lynch.
Well, that's not going to actually happen.
It could happen.
You're not realistic.
Fuck keeping Seth Rollins and Becky together. No, that's true though, because that one.
No, but it's a fantasy booking, so
It's fantasy booking,
true.
so we're doing it. So, for NXT, we are going to grab Chad Gable.
Thank you. Who did he end up?
Shoosh!
They were getting students though, right? Didn't he? Oh no, he didn't get anyone from Toronto though.
He called out people, and then Kevin Owens came out and kicked his ass.
Yes, that's it. Old school Kevin Owen, by the way.
The number 3 draft pick for Raw will be It's a New Day. Yes, it is. Gotta have work rate when you're on the 3-hour brand.
That's fair.
And I am not going to be a dick who breaks up the fucking bloodline like you broke up 2 lovers.
Yeah, fucking dick.
Hearts are meant to be broken, guys. Hearts are meant to be broken. They're also meant to be loved, but they're also meant to be broken. Yeah, so yeah, I guess I'll no, I'm not gonna do it. I'm gonna take I'm gonna take Sami Zayn.
Okay.
Are you drunk?
No.
Okay, just checking.
He's the best honorary Uso. At this rate, I'm just picking, well, aside from Becky, I'm just picking people who are already on SmackDown.
I'm going to take Nikki ASH down to NXT again.
I have a feeling she's going to be Nikki Cross real quick under your brand.
She's going to be Nikki Cross again. I don't know if I'm gonna make her crazy Nikki Cross, but I'm gonna get rid of the stupid superhero gimmick.
Definitely.
With the 4th pick, Raw has selected Kevin Owens.
With the 4th pick, SmackDown has selected Cody Rhodes.
Smart play.
It's a good one.
Oh,
That is a good one.
yeah. I'm surprised you didn't fucking take him after you
He
took
hasn't
Seth.
been on recently.
Still worth the wait.
Fernando agrees with you.
Yeah. I am going to
Yeah.
fall on a grenade here. Fall on a grenade. I'm going to choose someone for NXT, not because I think it would be best for NXT, but because I think it would be best for Dominic Mysterio.
Oh, yes.
Okay. In the 5th round of the WWE draft, Raw selects Sasha Banks and Naomi.
They're not technically hired yet, though. I don't think you can do that.
Here's the deal. They're technically not released. They were never released.
Yeah, Fernando definitely needs to join us on Twitch. One job, Fernando. We love you. We love you,
Come on.
though. Keep Facebook alive, but Twitch it up, brother. Twitch it up.
Yes. I'm gonna side with Da Fabe on this thing. Sasha Banks
They weren't
and
technically
Naomi
released.
were never
Okay.
released. They're
That's
still
fair.
under contract the entire time. So
Well, they were, I guess. We don't
they were
know.
never.
It's a slippery
the,
slope.
The exact phrasing was their lawyers are working to negotiate a release,
Right.
but they were never actually released. They were still under WWE contract, and just like here's the precedent, right? Do you know in the actual
Where's the
NFL
precedent?
draft, the actual NFL draft, you're actually drafting the rights for someone for up to 4 years, right? So they select in both the NFL draft and the Major League Baseball draft. Every year, someone gets selected in the draft that isn't planning on going to that sport in the immediate future. There are people
Less often in the NFL than in baseball.
less
Baseball's got
often,
like
but
20
almost
rounds.
every. Recently, it's happened fairly often. Someone who's signed up, who played for Air Force, and was really good at Air Force Academy, gets selected in the NFL, but they've got 4 years on their Air Force contract because that's the military. They've got to go serve their 4 years in the military before they can play. Baseball, it happens all the time. Someone gets selected in the Major League Baseball draft, and they're like, I was planning on playing basketball or football or whatever.
Yeah.
You know, and the Major League Baseball is like, whatever, you're going to be on our team if you ever come play baseball. And they have for 4 years the chance of choosing that. So that's the precedent he's going to live on there. Sasha and Naomi.
All right.
Okay.
What are we on? 4th, 5th?
5th round, I believe.
5th round, yes.
Okay.
Round 5.
Control. Bailey, Dakota Kai, and Io Sky. Yeah.
Not a bad choice. Not a bad choice. I am going to also not a bad choice. I'm taking Dominic Dijakovic.
Oh, shit.
Specifically Dijakovic. Fuck this T-bar shit.
Facts.
Future champ right there. Round 6.
Round 6. Well, I have a tag team division already started, and nobody else does, so I think I'll continue that. And thus ruin the fucking bloodline. because I'm gonna take the Usos.
That's fine. Take the fucking Usos. Either
Build
one.
your fucking
Just
storyline
not on
now,
SmackDown.
bitch.
I don't need to. Roman's the only storyline I need. And Sammy's there too. Sammy will be the honorary Uso. They did so well on SmackDown together without Usos because of border issues. So, I, however, will bring the Hoodlum Bloodline Oos from NXT over to a SmackDown. I forgot his name.
Solo Sikoa.
That's it.
Yeah, great. I am going to take a team as well. A team that I think would survive a lot better in NXT. I think they didn't get enough time in NXT to do it. And I am taking Los Lotharios.
Oh, that's fair. Yeah, I could see them going.
Round 7.
Round 7.
Seven.
Focusing on work rate still and needing a large enough roster. El Hijo del Fantasma.
Fuck!
All 3 members.
That was what I was gonna do next. Legit. Oh fuck. Okay. Well done. Coming to SmackDown, it is none other than your U.S. champion, Bobby Lashley. And Vince McMahon voice because I don't know.
That wasn't a very good Vince McMahon voice. It's all right. Moving on.
Moving on, I am going to secure my women's division.
Are you now?
Secure it with the entire team of
Toxic Attraction. You
Toxic
suck, bitch.
Attraction.
That's where my next move was, bud. It's a good move. Smart play.
Securing that women's division. Pick number 8.
In round 8, I am going to I've got a really strong one in this division already. Pretty strong tag team division too. I'm going to go ahead and add another contender. And I am going to take I don't know that they have a name now, but Imperium. So, Walter, I'm sorry, not Walter, Gunther. And
Yeah, but they're not called Imperium. That's not. Okay,
That's
but
right,
you're
they're
going to
still
say
a
Gunther and okay.
yeah,
That's fair. Nice. Good call. Damn
which
it.
gives me a tag team. It also gives me a title contender.
That's fair. Bet you
Also
weren't
gives
ready.
me an Intercontinental Champion.
Yeah, exactly. I got the U.S., so by all means. Well, I don't think you're ready for this one. I mean, no one really is ready for Asuka.
You need another woman to face Becky Lynch. Why not have
You're
the
only
person
doing
who's done it
good.
643 times in the last 2 weeks?
Facts.
You deserved it.
I've got to decide how I want to go here. Is this where I want to fall on another grenade?
Wish I can catch a grenade for you.
Some people
So
wouldn't
far,
consider this.
you've drafted very appropriately for NXT, so I've been proud of you.
And either way I go with this would be appropriate for NXT. and maybe potentially considered falling on a grenade for both of them as well. But I am going to fall on what I consider the bigger grenade, although might get some hate for this. I'm going to fall on the hit row grenade.
Oh, good. I don't have to hear them rap anymore.
That's my thought process for the main roster. That's the grenade I'm saving you guys from.
I think that's going to turn out better than most people think.
I don't think they're.
I just want to see them fucking wrestle first. Like, enough with the rapping.
I don't think they're bad wrestlers.
I just haven't seen them in a hot minute, so I'm not even sure how they are anymore.
I also don't think they're great wrestlers.
Right.
But they've got potential, and I think being in NXT longer would help them out, especially with no Swerve. So, pick number 9.
Pick number 9 is Judgment Day.
I almost took Finn Balor earlier, but I decided he's
poor guy.
He went back down to NXT once already, and then got pulled back up, and I just didn't want to do that to him again.
That's fair. I am taking Awesome Ciampa because they're technically a tag team, and on Miz.
Oh, Miz and Ciampa. Okay.
No.
I on a total aside, not even commenting on their abilities as a team or anything like that. It doesn't hurt you guys as much as it hurts me to see Ciampa come out wearing neon green.
Like I'm not a fan of it either.
Doesn't look right. It just doesn't look right.
Also, the whole chain thing too is kind of silly. Like, I know that's mimicking what's his face.
Yeah,
but
he's supposed to be the Blackheart. The only color on him should be Goldie.
Facts.
Anyways. For me, I'll go ahead and take the other grenade that I was going to fall on. This one I think might be in some ways bigger than Hit Row, though. Maximum Male Model.
God, I was actually going to make it my 10 or 11 pick. Just to have it fill out the roster. But it's a good move.
It fills out the roster. Here's the deal. Mace is not a bad wrestler.
No, he's not.
He's very.
Neither is LA Knight
and Mansoor. That means I can hold it over the main roster every year. When it comes time for the Saudi Arabia shows, I can be like, hey, you can borrow my guy if you're nice. And then, like you said, LA Knight / whatever. Max Dupree
/ whatever it was before
/ Eli Drake
would
be good. And then whatever the name of the
Maxine
Dupree, and I can't remember what she was prior.
Maxine. Oh yeah, I don't remember which was
prior. She wasn't Maxine, bud.
No,
she sure weren't.
All right. So we're on the 9th round now? 10th round. 9th round.
10th round.
10th round. All right. Well, I consider it an insult to 2 particular wrestlers that we haven't taken them to so far. One of whom is going to be clashing at a castle. So I'm going to take him because he's actually one of my favorite right now. And that is the sociopathic Scot. Or the Scottish psychopath. Drew McIntyre.
Fuck. Forgot about him.
Was that your pick?
No, it wasn't technically.
The other wrestler that I will name after this that we've insulted by not taking so far. I'll be surprised if you take him.
It's just so hard with 10. I know I'm missing so many people. So I am going to go. Well, I'm gonna keep Shinsuke Nakamura on SmackDown.
It's not a bad move.
Yeah.
Not bad. In fact, to make it a value added, we're gonna let Rick Boogs return to SmackDown when he's back from injury.
Nice. All right,
You
I'm
know.
done with that.
Get the Boogs back. Keep them together.
Boom!
Do we have a time frame on when he's coming back? No.
No, he's. I mean, his injury was
Pretty severe.
relatively big, torn quad, so that'll keep him out for a bit.
All right, Smarks.
Final pick.
It's the final pick.
I don't see you taking this person because I think you respect them too much.
Yeah.
Person I'm thinking of. Actually, either of the two that I would think are insulting that we haven't taken.
Vince McMahon planned on burying Gunther following the July 4th Raw.
That doesn't surprise me.
Yep, doesn't surprise me either.
My final pick is a Richard O'Shea because I need an Irish person on my roster.
Okay.
I thought about sweeping in and taking Johnny Wrestling, but you know he just got back.
I
Made
figured
roster.
you'd take Sheamus's group, the Brawlers or whatever.
Yeah.
Shit! I was
Yes,
wanted to
you
pick
missed Sheamus.
Well, I wanted to
missed.
pick Sheamus, but bringing the group would have added the better, like a little bit more value at least.
You ready for this?
Who did I miss?
We missed AJ Styles. We missed the last person to beat Roman Reigns at a pay-per-view who has not won at a pay-per-view since then. Baron Corbin.
Oh fuck! You could take Baron. It's fine.
Are you fucking kidding me?
I'm done with Baron.
That story writes itself on the brand that you just had.
I'm good. You can
The
take
dude
him.
who has Roman's number. The only dude.
That's true
who has
though.
Roman's
Yeah,
number.
not only last person to beat Roman at a pay per view, the last person to pin Roman.
Yeah.
Cleanly.
Clean.
Cleanly. Yeah.
I would like to
We
point
also
out.
pick Ronda.
It's a
I
false
mean,
count anywhere. But it's
Shayna.
I would also like to point out that nobody picked Ezekiel, and that's a crying shame.
Oh, I don't give a shit. I don't want to walk with Elias on
But
SmackDown.
we shit on Ronda, Shayna, Liv,
Of course.
who's
Liv.
currently a fucking title holder.
You don't need to walk with Elias. This is Ezekiel you're talking about. You need to speak with Zeke.
Oh, that's valid. I don't want to speak with Zeke, walk with Elias, talk with Senior Eli, whatever the fuck his name was.
Ernie
Elor.
Jr., thank you very
Ernie-
much. You put some
Ernie
spec
Jr..
on that name.
That's fair. I'm sorry, Ernie Jr. My apologies.
I don't know what the rhyme for Elrod is yet, though, but we'll find it out.
Good God, Elrod.
Anyways,
yeah,
so
we missed
that was
Fernando,
our draft.
that's for you. That was our 10-round quick draft.
And if it had been longer, some of those names that I just mentioned would have gone earlier.
For sure. For
Oh, yeah.
sure.
But we were trying
Yo,
to make sure
I
we
mean-
covered all divisions.
We didn't grab the Street Profits. Somebody should have grabbed them.
Yeah, I probably should have him.
Um,
Because at this rate, they might break up soon. At least I'll have two, and they could, damn. Did I even get any tag teams? I don't think so.
I don't know. We'd have to rewind the tape to.
We're not going to.
No one picked Rhea Ripley.
Yeah,
me
I-
too.
Judgment Day.
No, Judgment Day. He picked Judgment Day. You're
Yeah.
right. No one picked Carmella.
Oh, that's
No
But he
one
picked
picked
Edge.
Nobody picked
Edge.
Edge.
Nobody picked. Nobody picked Alexa. Right.
Nobody picked Alexa.
Former multiple.
No one
time
picked
champion.
Riddle. No one picked Randy.
Mhm.
Fucking RK Bro.
Oh, RK Bro. Oh, fuck.
Oh,
that
man.
was gold.
Yeah.
And no one picked Jinder.
No Ginger Mahal.
What's worse is no one picked Veer. I mean, come
no one
on.
picked Karrion Cross.
Yeah. Also
Yeah.
in that same category.
Yeah. Yet I fucking think of the fucking Uso in NXT.
Oh,
No one
you needed
picked
to keep
Charlotte.
the bloodline alive.
Woo!
Well, that's probably on purpose.
Yeah, I don't know. I'm kind of done with her fucking storylines and her cocky attitude.
Can be as done as you want to, but you have to respect her.
She sells the seats. Yeah, that's fair.
Anyway,
Bam.
second challenge. You want me to go first, Marks?
Yes.
You want to go? Okay. So my challenge, because we're doing a throwback, I'm assuming in 2 challenges, or all 3, I guess, will have been throwbacks to prior challenges in the past. We're going to do product placement.
Hey.
On my screen, I currently have the top selling items on Amazon.com.
Tried to change it.
Ooh. That's a good way to do product placement.
Yes. So we're going to go through the...
what are fleshlights? No.
There are no fleshlights on
Perfect.
Amazon. This is not a sex store.
Which means I have to go boost their rating because they should be in the top 10. I mean, what?
Moving forward. So, first item, product placement for both of you. Crocs, unisex adult classic clogs. Crocs are your first item. Number 1
Rick
seller in clothing, shoes, and jewelry.
Rick Boobs.
You're picking Rick Boobs.
Crocs.
Ooh, I like it.
Seth Crocking Rollins, baby. He
All
can
the
make
great
it work.
outfits, and he
All the
makes
great
Crocs
outfits
work.
with the Crocs? Dude, I'd buy it like live.
The best seller in sports and outdoors. Number 1, Iron Flask Sports Water Bottle. I am going to skip number 2 on that one later because it is also a water bottle.
That's fair.
Triple H.
Fuck yeah. I already know where that goes.
Yeah.
That dude sold more Aquafina than anybody else on the planet. Didn't get paid for it. He also
I'm not
bought
gonna-
more and didn't get paid for it.
I'm not gonna beat that.
I mean, in fairness, you could choose like Roman Reigns because he always has to dump it over his head before he comes out because he always looks like he's straight out of the shower.
No, I'm gonna pick Stone Cold Steve Austin.
Banging 2 fucking water bottles together. Just drinking out
What? Right? Were you expecting something else? What?
I expect this one to be really, really fun. So, best sellers in collectible coins. You would think I would be skipping this one, but I am not. Toys Done. Yes, no decision maker souvenir coin. One side says yes, the other side says no. It's a Magic 8 Ball with only 2 options.
Wow, it's a bestseller? What the fuck? And it's just like a coin?
Just a coin that you flip, yes or no.
Bray Wyatt.
Oh, fuck
Curtain
yeah.
Which
Why,
version are you
Bray?
getting?
Okay. Yeah. Riddle.
Why?
Because he's so nonchalant that he'll just fucking do it. Be like, bro, yes, bro, no. And he'll just do it anyways because he just goes with the flow.
feel
I was gonna
Happy
say Bryan
Gilmore was
Danielson.
there.
I was going to say Bryan Danielson just as a
Yes.
homage to
yes.
no.
That works better than Riddle. A lot better.
Bruh.
Best sellers in automotive. Rain-X windshield wipers.
Triple H.
It'd be
Fair
a
enough.
joint promo between him and the water bottle. No, it would be Stephanie McMahon. Because she'd be in the car right behind him.
He's blowing water up the sunroof.
And so the commercial would be him with one. And then it would just zoom over to her and she'd be like, turn on the
The
wiper.
commercial right after it is that.
Yeah, that would work perfectly.
Glad I got these Rain-X.
This one's going to get interesting. In fact, the top two are children's ones in this category. Bestsellers in home and kitchen. Bentgo Kids Leak Proof 5-compartment bento style kids lunchbox. So it's a lunchbox with 5 compartments.
Ryback.
Ryback?
Because he always wants to be fed. Feed me more.
Okay.
No. All right. Can't win them all. I also feel like it's, yeah, I don't know. Or it's fucking, what's his face? Tucker. What's his name? Why can't I remember his name?
Oh, okay.
Otis. Yeah.
Otis bringing his lunch pail. That one I'm okay with.
I'm thinking that if there's going to be a couple, it's going to be a series of ads. One of them is going to feature Bianca Belair schooling Becky Lynch on the future and how to put together the meal for, you know, your daughter's not school age yet, but these are going to be lifesavers for you.
Okay, so that's ad one. What's the other people?
And the second ad is going to be a more aggressive version of that, with Lacey Evans doing the same thing to Ronda Rousey.
Who's going to do it to Ronda Rousey?
Lacey Evans.
Oh,
But they're heels, so she can, like, listen, you ain't got no time to be, like, putting together fancy stuff, putting in a paper bag, all of that stuff. No. What you need is this, right? So you can go back to kicking ass.
I feel like Riddle would do a lunchbox well. That's where my brain went with that.
Yeah, no, that's fair. Right after he smokes, he opens his lunchbox and like a bunch of fucking secondhand weed smoke comes out. I'm really hungry.
Riddle's natural for DoorDash or Uber Eats or Grubhub.
Yeah, that's fair.
One of
Smoke
those.
rolling out.
Oh, sweet, my chos are here. Chos? Nachos, man. Bro.
Right. The top two sellers in electronics are both similar, so it is a Fire Stick.
Oh, really? That's the top seller.
It's on Amazon, bud.
Kane.
Yeah.
Okay.
The ad's gonna feature him in front of a TV going, and then just someone walking to me like, it's not that kind of fire, man.
The Glamazon, Beth Phoenix.
Rising from the ashes. I get where you're going there. All right. Number 2 seller in each of those categories, or 3 in the ones where we have to bump because the top 2 are the same. Number 2 in clothing, shoes, and jewelry is women's floral, print puff, sleeve kimono, cardigan, loose cover-up, casual blouse top. So it's a floral blouse, open front.
Seth freaking Rollins. He'll wear that with his Crocs, man.
The nice part about using the Amazon bestsellers is it'll always change, and you get stuff like that. I'd have never fucking thought of that item, and then you have Seth Rollins for it. I feel like Happy Corbin already wears this.
Yeah, no, I don't know. That one was fucking gold. Wouldn't. I'd probably go with Riddle with that too, because Riddle would just wear anything.
I was at Alexa Bliss.
When he's opening the door for his DoorDash.
Sure. All right, best sellers in sports and outdoors. Cool Coolers by Fit and Fresh Slim Compact Reusable XL Ice Packs. So they're ice packs.
Ice packs.
That's number 3. Number 2 was also a water bottle.
I feel like that's down New Day's aisle for some reason. They'd make fun with it. It'd be very a summery commercial. Ice packs, ice packs rock. I don't know. They're all fucking wrestlers. All of them are going to need it after a match.
I feel like Glacier's the real answer. I kept going, like, I was like, I mean, I could do Stone Cold, you know. He's out in Texas. He's nowhere near a refrigerator. But now Glacier, if you're going to do ice pack in a cooler, it's Glacier. You put him out in Texas, and he's just like, you guys hot? I'm hot. You guys hot? It's really hot. Opens up the cooler. It's full of nothing but ice packs. It's like, oh, it feels better, guys. This feels so much better.
All right. Number 2 in collectible coins. The Penny Journal by Penny Bands.
So it's like a penny
Holds
collector.
146 coins, the ultimate souvenir penny collecting book. Side note, it is tie-dye on the cover.
Ooh. Would I get into trouble if I said Paul Heyman?
Why would you get in trouble for that?
Well, then clearly you don't get it.
I mean, does it have to do with the fact that he's Jewish?
I didn't say that.
Yeah, that tracks.
No, a tie-dyed penny collector's book.
I mean, it being tie-dyed makes me want to say either a Dude Love or RVD. But it's a penny collector book, and so I'm going with $1 Million Man Ted DiBiase.
Oh, that makes sense.
My brain went Riddle.
Do you guys still have pennies there?
Dude.
Yeah, we still have pennies. Every once in a while, someone tries to introduce some sort of law to get rid of the pennies. Just say everything should round up to 5 cents, and they get fucking blown out of the water because we need to hold on to our pennies. And fucking stores love that they can mark something at 99 cents and make it seem like it's a fucking deal.
Versus paying $1, yeah.
Yeah, it's 99 cents. It was 99 cents. I actually have...
But it was 99 cents. I'm going to pop some tags.
So I actually have a story with that. Years ago, I ran a photo booth, and we sold the photos for $15. And people reacted like I just fucking shot their cat when I said $15. Like, oh, no. So we changed the price to $14.99. Sales went up drastically, like doubled, it maybe even tripled.
Really?
Thing is, the way taxes worked, there was no way for us to get it to ring up because it was our whole thing was $14.99 after taxes, right? There was no way for us to get it to ring up at $14.99. We either had to do $15 or $14.98. So what we did for years, like 6 years, the machine rang it up at $15, and we just had a bowl of pennies next to the machine that we just gave him a penny out of it. We just donated a penny because it was worth it for us to say $14.99 and have it be 1 penny less. Because people were like, $14.99, that's a deal. $15, fuck no.
That's weird.
Psychology. Consumer psychology, bud.
Yeah, I guess.
All right. So, bestsellers in automotive. Bosch carbon activated workshop cabin air filter. This one happens to be specifically for the Audi A6. Is for some reason a very popular.
Really? Okay.
I don't make the rules, bud.
No,
Or
you
the
don't.
Amazon bestsellers list.
Somehow or another, I think this is a riddle one as well.
Hotboxing, dude.
We want the smoke,
Or street
yeah,
but
fighter.
we
it's a
want
good
some
one.
clean air too. These cabin air filters are good for both.
RVD and Riddle together. Hotboxing at its finest. These filters work really well.
They're in
Ordering
their Audi A6.
Ordering
DoorDash, DoorDash delivered to their Audi while they wear the women's. Like, no,
with their
dude,
penny journals.
dude, it's over here. It's over here. No, don't take it to the front door. Bring it over here. Bring it over here, dude.
Dude, turn on the car so you can see us in here.
Are you a
Let that
narc?
filter work, man.
Are you a narc?
Hey, do you happen to have any pennies? Give you $1 for every penny you have.
These are more fun than randomly pulling them off my head. They really are. All right, the next one is a 10-ounce stainless steel vacuum insulated kids food jar with spoon. This is a thermos funtainer, specifically Baby Shark. Baby Shark thermos.
Baby Shark.
I mean, that's right up John Silver's alley.
Baby Shark.
I could see John Silver doing that.
I could definitely just see
Johnny
Silver.
Hungy in my Baby Shark
Yeah.
thermos. I have soup.
So, give me 1 second because I have to look up something here.
I think
He's
the
gonna
next
go
is
for
right.
Shark Boy.
Shark Boy.
I just got to check something out, see if it works. Jeez, I don't know.
Or Finn Balor.
No, I mean you're 100% right. I was going to go for Shark Boy. I was just trying to look to see if Shark Boy had a son or daughter, had a child. That the whole thing could be him putting together lunch for Shark Baby. Sharky baby doo 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 Sharky baby doo 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 Sharky baby doo.
I think you could have fun with Finn Balor and just be like, that song is evil. And then the demon comes out. But this is great.
With a fin flap in his on his back.
I'm going to admit how little I know about tech here. You ready for this? Number 3 seller in bestsellers electronics. Because Fire Sticks hold the first 2 spots and the 4th spot, just so everybody knows,
Jesus. That's rigged.
is the Apple AirTag.
The fuck is the Apple AirTag?
Okay, well, apparently I'm the only one who knows. The AirTag's a tracking device. It's about this big around. It can go pretty much anywhere. The concept being you tag.
Oh,
your
it's like a Find
luggage
My Phone
Yeah,
kind of thing.
you tag your
Okay,
luggage
yeah.
or whatever. It's like a tile or whatever. But the biggest thing is like Apple's technology is better than a lot of the other ones in the fact that the app on your phone will actually give you an arrow as you like when you get near enough to it, it'll point you in the direction till you find it.
Oh, nice.
So they're to find devices, and so you can have multiples of them. There are people who are putting AirTags in their cars as kind of a
Left deterrent.
cheaper low jack on them.
4-pack of them is $100.
That's not bad. That's really not bad.
$25 to track and stock somebody. That's cheap.
Yeah, well, that's the worry.
Ambrosia should get that for her fucking glasses. She always fucking loses them.
Just have a fucking quarter hanging off them all night.
Yeah, that won't look weird at all.
But That's actually the stalking part has been one of their bigger concerns because there have been reports of like women driving home from the bar and then seeing one of these stuck
Oh,
inside
no.
their gas cap or someplace like that.
Fucking crazy.
Jesus.
The way the technology on them works is they actually anytime any iPhone is near them, even if it's not one that's paired with it, it'll ping through that iPhone.
Oh, that's stupid.
And so it doesn't have its own internet connection, but because iPhones are fucking everywhere, you lose something, there's a really good chance someone's going to be nearby with an iPhone at some point. And Ambrosia did not like your suggestion, by the way.
Hey,
Hey.
might have been like, hey,
Maybe, hey,
that's
it's a great idea. Yeah, exactly.
So there's
anyways.
some others on here that are just fun ones to do that I would have never thought of. So I'm going to throw like 4 or 5 more at you just for fun. Unisex mini belt bag,
What?
i.e. fanny pack,
Fanny pack. Okay.
flat fanny pack.
Dylan Postal for
Who
his
is
mini
Dylan
belt.
Wilson? Who the fuck is this?
Who the fuck is this?
He's
Also at
fucking-
shop.spreadshirt.com or spreadshop.com.
No, you know who Dylan Postal is. I'm just blanking on his wrestling name because that's his real name.
Nick Atlas for the bail money he's gonna need for when he officially.
Fucking, God, I'm totally blanking on his name. He's a leprechaun.
Hornswoggle.
Hornswoggle. There we go.
Swoggles.
Because he has mini belts, so he needs a mini belt bag.
That's good.
Good Lord. 2 in the outdoor sports I'm going to do. Saber pepper spray keychain. Is this Alexa Bliss?
I mean, would it be weird if I said Sonya Deville?
I think that's a little dark. I think I'm going on a pun with the name, and it's going to be Zack Sabre Jr.
Fair enough. Why did I? What am I missing on the Sonya Deville joke here?
Because she had a stalker, who
Oh,
broke into her house.
That's real life, bud.
Yeah, it's fucking too close to home.
I wonder if he used Apple AirPods, AirTags.
It was prior to the AirTags, but that is fucking scary.
Yeah.
Now Apple has since introduced technology. If you've got an iPhone, it will notify you if an AirTag is in your vicinity.
That's messed up.
That's probably a smart move.
This way, so like women driving in their car will get a notification, hey, there's an AirTag that seems to be traveling with you that's not registered to your phone. So they can So then they can pull over at a gas station or someplace, and check their car and find it, and deactivate it.
Will it instantly just pop up though?
Not instantly, but after a while.
Okay, but everyone will just get a notification if they're near it.
Everyone doesn't get a notification if they're near it instantly, but if I think, and I'm not 100% on this because I've never actually played with one myself, but it's about if it travels with you, right? So the concept being, it's not going to pop up on their phone that, hey, there's an AirTag around, because it's not
yours per se.
Yeah, it's not yours.
It's not registered with your phone.
Exactly. So it doesn't want to notify you that, hey, there's an AirTag here. There might be something for you to steal, right?
Right.
But at the same point, if it notices that you got in your car and it started moving and the AirTag is moving with you, but it's not your AirTag, it will then, I believe, notify you and say, hey, just so you know, there's an AirTag that's moving with you. You might want to check to make sure someone didn't leave something in your car. And it could have been your friend. It could have been your friend left their keys in your car or whatever. Right. But notifying you that, hey, there's an AirTag that's traveling with you. Anyways.
Intex Durabeam Deluxe Comfort Plush Air Mattress with internal pump.
Ooh.
What's the name of the brand?
Intex Durabeam Deluxe.
Okay.
Intex Durabeam. Sorry, Durabeam.
Yeah. For a second, I thought it was Index, and I was like, ooh.
Perfect for when he kidnapped her. He
I
has an
don't know.
Urtex mattress.
With the Toyota Tundra commercials, is this Shinsuke and Rick Boogs going out camping? I got my air mattress.
Nope. I that's a good idea. I'm flipping it though. It's Sami Zayn in the air mattress in a tent outside Roman Reigns' house, where he's part of the. Now I'm part of the bloodline.
So I get a camp in his yard.
Yeah.
What do you got, JLB? Anything for that? Edge and Beth Phoenix.
I was gonna go with. I was gonna go just with like New Day. I don't know. I feel like they would do a camping commercial.
I feel like they would sled down slopes on an air mattress.
Right. Xavier Woods and Paige? No.
Great neck support. Too soon?
Oh my god.
Too soon? I feel like.
Just a tad.
I'm
Well,
gonna
I mean, if it has great neck support, oh no, it's his back technically. Never mind. I was gonna say Jason Jordan.
I'm going to use three from the automotive section that we haven't used yet. First one is a sunshade, windshield sunshade. Doesn't matter. Echo Noir is the company.
Seamus.
Okay.
You'll also pair that with like one of those big parasols for the beach, and SPF 100.
This Works car vacuum cleaner. This Works is the name of the company. WORX.
John Cena sucks. He has a vacuum cleaner.
This vacuum sucks. This vacuum sucks.
No. He's singing the song "John Cena Sucks" as he's sucking up his car with the vacuum cleaner. But you just see the vacuum cleaner because
Marks is going somewhere else with this. I feel like.
Oh yeah, I know. He's thinking. He's using his noggin.
Kurt Angle could do the same thing.
It
You
smells
suck.
smoke.
He
What?
vacuumed his car with a broken freaking neck. It's that durable and easy to use.
Did you say we want the smoke?
No, I said I smell smoke because I was thinking. My brain's smoking. The Sandman.
Okay. Elaborate.
Because there's sand involved. It's going to be the Sandman at the beach. Yeah, God damn it.
Yeah, no, that didn't hit with me.
The third one I'm going to throw in here. Comfy Life Gel Enhanced Seat Cushion. It's like a tailbone cushion. It's to add to your car seat. It is orthopedic gel with memory foam, and it's a coccyx cushion for tailbone pain. It's not a donut. But it looks like,
It's a donut.
It's a donut without being a donut.
Can I go back in time and choose Big Boss Man?
That is absolutely fine. I was at Fabulous Moolah, so you can do whatever you want to do, bud.
Yeah, it's Big Boss Man. And he's in his patrol car. And he's like, oh, man. So much time in the seat.
My ass.
This donut's great. While he's eating a donut from Dunkin' Donuts. Not this donut. That donut. Great ass support.
He said it wasn't a donut. Anyways. Okay. Go on.
Anything from JLB? No, nothing. Okay.
Yeah, I don't know.
Okay.
I got nothing.
There's
Rikishi?
sheets. I like it.
I mean, after all those stink faces, hot diggity damn, he's got to rest that booty.
One last one. This is bestsellers in home and kitchen. This is
Or
number
Nikki
4.
Lyons.
That would work.
That would work. Which, why isn't she back in the tag match
She couldn't
for
travel to Canada
SmackDown?
'cause
No,
she's
but
not
it's in
back yet.
Detroit on SmackDown.
Did they announce the contenders in it?
They did already, yeah.
I didn't think they'd announced the contenders. They just announced that there was going to be one.
No, they announced it on Raw. They showed all 4 people who were for teams who were in it before, and Nikki Lyons and what's her face isn't in it. And I was like, "Well, you're on Detroit. You're in Detroit now for SmackDown, so you don't have to do that anti-vax bullshit." But maybe because the anti-vax stuff came out, that it would look wrong for WWE maybe to put them in the match.
Yeah, I mean,
That's possible.
it very well could be. Like, that's what I was thinking most likely was just from a standpoint of
Not rewarding bad behavior kind of thing.
well,
Or
and more specifically, you put us in a bad position,
Yeah.
right? Your lack of telling us, this in advance, and that put us in a bad position.
Fair enough. All right, you ready? Last one. Swedish wholesale Swedish dishcloths.
I mean, all I could think of is fucking Swiss Superman.
And that is where I expected you to go for the Swedish product. You went to the Swiss person.
Yes.
Maximum male models.
Oh, that works too. Yep.
Well, at least you weren't confusing 2 countries that started with S. Because Switzerland and Sweden are not the same country.
No, that's valid. My bad. I always fuck those up. They're not even near each other either, right? It's like totally different ends.
Well,
Well,
one's close to the Iberian Peninsula, the other one's in the Norwegian countries.
yeah, so way out.
I mean, they're technically they're both in Europe. So
Well, I mean, that's fair, but Europe is still a pretty big fucking continent.
I mean, it is the smallest of the continents.
Still a big continent.
It has more countries than, say,
North
Australia
America.
as a continent.
Right. Well, I would argue that Europe and Africa have the most countries, right? North America
I think
only has
Asia's
3.
pretty high on that. if you
Asia
count.
might be pretty high on that too. That's fair. Yep.
Because then you got like the Philippines and all that. So
True.
I think South America is lower than North America because technically all of Central America is in North America as well as the Caribbean, minus Trinidad and Tobago, which actually qualifies as South America.
Oh, really? Oh, there you go. Fun fact.
So I have an answer as to why, at least a storyline answer as to why Nikita and whatever aren't in the Fatal 4-Way. It's because the Fatal 4-Way is a second chance
right.
Fatal 4-Way,
And they didn't
meaning
even get one.
meaning the
And they
people
didn't lose.
they didn't lose
Well, they
because
didn't
they didn't
appear.
compete.
Yeah.
Exactly. And so the ones that are in this are all the people who lost specifically.
Which I'm not down for any of them.
Other than the ones
Not
that
like they're
lost
gonna
last
fucking
night.
win. Like they'll go and whoever wins this will go and face Raquel Rodriguez and Aaliyah.
What are they doing
and
about
lose.
the Gigi Dolan aspect of the injury?
She got injured. Well, yeah,
Or is
she got
that
injured,
this is
so-
to fill that spot?
yeah.
Yeah.
Okay.
Which I was like, what the fuck? Like, I thought it was a work at first. I'm like, but she apparently legitimately got injured, and I'm like, oh wow, that really sucks.
Mm-hmm.
But I guess made to lose anyways. So
Yeah. I mean, that's the
John
deal.
Cena sucks. John Cena sucks.
I don't, that's not a vacuum, but you know.
Vroom, vroom, vroom. You
So-
got some powerful ass vacuums there.
So-
Canada.
Yes,
so
we do.
so just to talk about it because I have to. Those of you who've listened for a while know that I used to be in the car sales business in my real life, and I sold for a while for Chrysler, Dodge, Jeep, Ram, and Dodge has announced that they're discontinuing the Charger and Challenger.
Oh, really? Wow.
Um,
Okay.
and eventually going to replace them with electric cars. They might not be the Charger and Challenger. They might be a different name altogether. But it's going to be electric, right? But at a recent car show, they showed off an all-electric Charger. And one of the features that they showed off for it was, I kid you not, a speaker set to project the sound of an engine as you drove.
Well,
I guess that kinda
interestingly
makes
enough,
sense.
there was a movie made with that concept where Kevin James and Adam Sandler were in it. Kevin James was the engineer.
Yeah. This did not get good reviews at the car show. People were not impressed with it at all.
But this
I'm trying to know what movie this was.
Wasn't it Chuck and Larry?
I don't remember.
No, Chuck and Larry, they were firemen.
Yeah, they were firemen in that one. Now that he says it, I remember that.
I mean, Kevin James, I know, did a whole car thing as a TV show on Netflix, but Adam Sandler wasn't in it.
Or it might not have been Adam Sandler.
Okay, fair enough.
The
Yeah,
Dilemma, maybe?
The Dilemma.
Yes, The Dilemma.
Oh, okay.
Never heard of it. But yeah, no, it's not getting very good reviews at all. And here's the deal.
I mean, that's kind of creative, though, because that's the whole thing with electric cars, though, right? They're very silent and
They're
whatever.
very silent, and
Then you want those fucking car guys who love to hear their engine roar and all that. I mean, it's a
But-
step in a creative direction. Though.
It's a
I'm
step
not
in a
gonna hate
creative
on it.
direction. The thing is that what they're misidentifying is it's not the noise that they like; it's what causes the noise. Right. The only reason they like the of a motor is because it tells you what the motor does. You know what I mean? Car guys can identify what a motor is by the sound of it.
Right.
You know, oh, that sounds like a Chevy Big Block. That sounds like a Hemi. That sounds like a whatever. And a false noise does nothing.
Unless you're able to customize it.
It still tells you nothing about the car. Tells you nothing about what's on it. Like car guys will hear the whine of a supercharger and be like, "Oh, that's got a supercharger on it." But a fake car noise doesn't tell you anything about what the car can do. It's all fake. The thing is, what's gonna have to win over the car guys is not fake sound or whatever. It's fucking performance.
Right.
When a car guy out there with his souped up fucking Hellcat, Challenger gets blown off the line by an all electric new satellite or whatever brand they do, that's going to be what wins them over. The fucking Tesla Plaid Edition can do 0 to 60 in under 2 seconds. So That's what's going to have to win him over, but a fake noise is not going to be what does it. Anyways, this isn't a car show. This is a wrestling show. And so now we're going to play the game that Dave correctly predicted I was going to do.
I would also like to point out that gravity can also do 0 to 60 in under 2 seconds.
Yes, gravity sure can. Also, any good car guy will know that just as important as how fast you can do 0 to 60 is how fast you can do 60 to 0. And doesn't matter what engine's in your car. It relies on something else entirely to do that part. So 2 minutes on the clock. The rules are simple. 2 minutes on the clock. You get to ask simple yes or no. I'm gonna modify it to 1-word answer questions. So that
Hair?
Well, so that you can say, does he have big hair or short hair? And I can say big hair or long hair or whatever. Longer, instead of having to just yes or no questions, because that wasted time with the last one. But
No, that's fair.
yes or no or short 1-word answer questions about this, and try to guess the wrestler. Since Fabe is up on the screen, I'm going to allow him to go first. And your time starts now.
Does this wrestler identify? Do
Male or
fans
female?
identify? Yeah, that male or female?
Male.
Former world champion.
Give me 1 second because I have to check to be certain.
Pause my time, then fucker.
No.
WWE, WCW.
Yes.
To both. Okay. Attitude Era.
He was active during that time. Yes.
Okay. Not a former world champion. Raven.
No.
Were they part of a faction?
Yes.
Were they part of an invasion angle?
I don't think so.
Are they from the United States?
No.
Are they Canadian?
Yes.
Is it Lance Armstrong?
No. Lance Armstrong?
Lance Storm?
Lance Storm, sorry. Lance Storm.
Also no.
Jesus. It is male. But they are Canadian, you said?
Yes.
Tyson Tomko.
No.
Edge. No, he's been a world champion. Christian's also been a world champion. Chris Jericho's been a world champion. Were they part of the Heart Dungeon?
No. Actually, I don't think so, but give me 1 second. No.
No. Okay.
I just had to do some looking to be certain.
Okay. And it's male. Currently wrestling?
No. Final guess.
My final guess is... Reese.
No. JLB, you want your chance?
Long hair?
to spiel? Starting your
Long
time.
hair?
At times,
Black hair?
no.
Blonde?
No.
Brown?
Yes.
Okay. Catchy catchphrase?
Not really a single phrase, no.
Okay. Tats?
I don't believe so.
Okay, and you said WCW, WWE, right? He was in both,
Yes.
and he was in the Attitude Era in WWE, or he was in
I
WCW.
I did not say he was in the Attitude Era in WWE,
Wrestled during the Attitude Era.
but I read
Okay.
he was active during.
Okay. Makeup, mask.
No.
White.
Yes.
P.D. Williams. No, he was in that. Sorry, no, that's totally wrong. He's Canadian. What the fuck? Did he have high flyer? Was he a high flyer?
No.
Heavyweight?
He would have wrestled in the heavyweight division, yes.
And never a champion. Oh. Beard?
Not usually, no.
What the fuck?
Final guess.
Jesus Christ. I don't know my Canadian wrestlers apparently. We are going to go with I don't fucking know who we're going with. It's gonna. I can't. Damn it! Should have watched WCW a lot more.
You were young.
Yeah, that too. I don't know. Bring it back to Fabe.
My final guess is Brian Pillman.
No. Fernando is also incorrect with his two choices. I will give a few hints. He is in the Hall of Fame. He is no longer with us.
Benoit never had long hair, so that's out.
Chris Benoit was a champion. That's out.
Yeah.
Both good guesses, Fernando and Ambrosia, but not correct. He also appeared in TNA.
Roddy Piper?
Roddy Piper.
Roddy Piper's Canadian?
Yeah,
He's
I totally
from
forgot about that.
Saskatoon,
Dude.
Saskatchewan.
Yeah.
He that's why I was sitting here
Because I'm like,
going,
I'm missing someone. I'm fucking
this-
missing someone.
this Canadian thing is what's throwing people off because he was
Yeah.
billed as from Scotland.
Right.
You're so full of shit, Ambrosia.
Damn, no, I'll say Ambrosia.
Did she say that was my next guess?
Yeah.
Yes.
If only
please.
because she's such a lapsed fan that she doesn't
Oh, that's valid.
like. She probably just remembers some names from when she was like,
She's like,
Roddy Piper.
What other wrestlers with R aside from Randy Savage? No. Nice.
Okay.
Fucking 1 point for me. Right on.
That wasn't a point for you.
What do you mean?
Yeah, that was 0 points in the end because I had to give the hints at the end.
Oh, come on.
But you at least get
You're like half a point.
I'll give you a
0.5.
quarter of a point.
Fine,
You
I'll
get-
take it.
You get snuggle bunnies. That's what you fucking get. Shut
Fucking
up.
get 0.25, all right?
He's going first this time. I'm taking my camera off.
I'm trying to remember which ones I did last week or last time to make sure I'm not redoing any of those.
Fuck it. It's not like we'd figure it out. Random wrestler generator.
Okay. JLB first on the clock for this one.
Oh boy.
2 minutes starts now.
Male, female, male,
Male.
long hair,
Yes.
beard.
Not usually when he was active.
Okay, WCW, WWF, WWE.
As far as I know, WWF, WWE only. Well, in terms of the majors.
Long hair, heavyweight,
Yes.
active in the 90s,
Yes.
active in Attitude Era, did in
Yes.
WWF. Okay. Heavyweight, was he world champion?
Yes.
And he was a world champion in the Attitude Era?
Yes.
Canadian?
No.
American?
Yes.
Taller than 6 feet?
Yeah. He squeaks it in there.
He's quick. Long hair. Blonde, black, brown hair.
Sandy blonde.
Sandy blonde. Heavyweight. Was he in the 2000s at all?
Yes.
Still active?
Today, not as a wrestler. Final guess.
Sandy blonde, long hair. I'm gonna go with what the fuck's his name? He was in ECW. He feuded with RVD a lot. Kind of has sandy blonde hair. I think now he's in AEW in the backstage. Jerry Lynn.
No.
Okay. He's not a heavyweight either, so that didn't work.
Okay. So my
DA
questions.
2 minutes starts.
Just to confirm, this was a former world champion, right?
Yes.
Oh,
Is he a
shit.
sexy boy?
What was that?
Is he a sexy boy?
He is.
Oh,
Is he not my boy toy?
He is also not your boy toy.
Is it HBK?
It is indeed HBK.
God damn it.
I struggled because I was like, not in WCW, not in any other. Oh, it's HBK.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I had to look. I was like, I'm pretty sure he was never in WCW. And he wasn't. He went to the AWA for a while.
Right.
And then some of the smaller ones, and then yeah, he was WWF champion in the Attitude Era.
Both eras, yep.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, in the New Generation Era and the Attitude Era, correct.
That is a point.
That is a full-on point.
Yep.
And yes, if you're talking about HBK, he was awesome back in the day.
He was. He was also an awesome asshole as well.
That awesome asshole is the guy who's in charge of talent relations in NXT. So,
I mean, he'll know when to point out an asshole, though, so it's kind of the right person to be. He's changed now. He's no longer an asshole. Hopefully. From what we know.
Yeah,
He's born again.
He found his smile again.
You smile. I
Okay.
smile.
is he a sexy boy? That's my favorite question I've ever asked. Is he not my boy toy?
Nah, it's just a sexy boy.
Okay. DA Fabe starts round 3. He is up 1-2.25.
Hey.
2 minutes on the
Okay.
clock starts now.
Male or female?
Male.
Um, in the 90s?
No.
In the 2000s?
Yes.
In the 2000 teens?
Yes.
Former world champion?
Yes.
Currently wrestling.
Yes.
Long hair?
At times.
Short hair? Bald at times?
I don't remember bald.
Extremely short hair ever.
Fairly short.
Is it CM Punk?
It is CM Punk.
Damn. Getting good at this.
2.25.
Nice. You did that in like 7 questions. That's awesome.
Era's helped a lot, and the former world champion helps a ton.
Yeah, for sure. And he was bald.
Was he
Well,
bald?
it's buzzed.
Well,
cut.
I
It's a
mean,
buzz
he was
cut.
like, yeah, it's true. He was buzzed, I think, not entirely bald.
Shaved bald.
Oh, is that one even fair?
Is that one even fair?
I don't know if that one's fair.
Everybody hurts.
Also, the fact that he was involved in 3 decades worth. Current wrestler, 2000s and 20 teens.
Okay. JLB gets to start this one. Your 2 minutes on the clock starts now.
Male or female?
Male.
90s? Was he in the 90s?
Yes.
2000s?
Yes.
2000 teens?
I gotta look. Yes.
Was he in WCW?
Yes.
Is he currently still wrestling?
Yes.
World champion?
Yes.
And he's currently still wrestling. World champion. Triple H?
No.
Long hair?
Yes.
Just long hair? You always had long hair? Okay.
No.
That hasn't always had long hair.
Okay. Christian?
No.
American?
Yes.
Still wrestling. Not always long hair. Heavyweight. Catchphrase?
Yeah.
Like a catch? Okay.
Sort of.
Sorta. Currently still wrestling. Currently still wrestling in WWE.
No.
Currently wrestling in AEW.
Yes.
Daniel Bryan.
No.
World champion in AEW.
No.
Just in WWE. Okay. Heavyweight.
No.
Oh, you son of a bitch. Okay. World champion in Impact.
Yes.
Okay. Oh shit. Why? Mask.
No.
Sting. No. Okay.
It is Sting.
Okay. Well, he has a. Okay. It's makeup. Okay. You bastard.
It's makeup, not a
Boom.
mask.
That's fair. Yep.
I was ready. I was so ready.
I
for him
could,
to
I
fuck
could,
it up.
I could see it come across your face. I could see your blood pressure get up a little bit. You're like,
Damn it! I was gonna say that, and then I just said it like that, but I wanted to wait. I want to be like, it's Sting, but I fucked that one. Yep. Nice. 1.25 to 2.
yeah.
I thought Jericho until like Fernando did until he
Impact.
said American.
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
Right. and then Impact too.
Wait,
that was
wait.
like
When you said world champion, I was sitting here thinking to myself, if you really want to narrow it down, you have to say world champion in WWF, world champion in WCW. You know what I mean?
You're the one that said short answers, bud.
And you asked if he was a world champion. And I answered it. You
That's
didn't
fine.
ask what
I still did
company.
it. I still did it.
And I didn't say I have to answer. I said short answers, and you said, was he world champion? A short answer is a yes to that.
Duly noted. Duly noted.
So, yeah, babe, your 2 minutes starts now.
Male or female?
Male.
Currently wrestling?
No.
Wrestled in the 20 teens?
I don't actually think he wrestled in the 20 teens.
Wrestled in the 2000s?
Some.
Some. Wrestled in the 90s?
Yes.
Former world champion?
Yes.
Former world champion in WCW? Former world champion in WWE?
Yes.
Former WWE champion?
No.
Former WWF champion. Oh, I'm sorry.
Former WWF champion?
Yes.
Says yes. Okay. Long hair, short hair?
Short.
Bald?
No. Not that
You
I
said
remember.
he's currently wrestling or no?
No.
No. Is this person a blonde hair?
Never would have called him blonde, but sandy blonde maybe.
Is it RVD?
No.
Was this person in the ECW?
No.
They were in WCW.
I did not say they were in WC.
Or were they in WCW?
No.
Okay. And they are a former WWF champion.
Yes.
Did they wrestle in the 80s?
Yes.
Is it Hulk Hogan?
No.
Okay. Is it Sid Vicious? I'll just ask.
It is not Sid Vicious.
Okay, I didn't think so. Sandy Blonde.
Final guess?
Former WWF champion, Sandy Blonde hair. There's short hair. Short hair, Sandy Blonde hair. Former WWF champion. It wasn't bald, so it's not Kurt Angle.
And he also wasn't in the 80s.
That's true. Good point. Also not in the 80s there, Fernando. Former WWF champion. Is it Glenn Jacobs?
No. JLB?
Ted DiBiase.
No.
You said it was WCW. Beard?
No.
Tats? No, it wouldn't be. Does he have tats?
As far as I know, no.
No. Okay. In the 80s, was he in the 80s in WWF? Did he also do
Yes.
AWA and NWA there?
Give me a second to be certain.
And he's a heavyweight?
As far as I know, no AWA. He was world champion, so he counts as a heavyweight.
Okay. And not in WCW, so it's not Ric Flair. And he wrestled in the 20s in WWE? In the 2000s? You said he wrestled some.
I don't see. That's what my question is. I don't know if he wrestled, but he was active.
In WWE.
Yes.
No beard. Did he have any makeup?
No.
Blonde hair. Did he wear tie? Did he wear American?
Yes, American.
Lex Luger? No, not Lex Luger. WCW. Kurt Hennig? No. Fuck. Sandy blonde hair. Not in WC. Fuck, that really fucks me over with. No makeup. Is he taller than 6 feet?
Barely.
Barely.
Final guess?
Shit.
Not in WCW.
I know, right? Final guess. I am going to go with Bobby Heenan. But he's in WCW, so
Yep,
no.
No. Ambrosia is also incorrect with Jake the Snake.
I mean, he wasn't in WCW, so at least that was a.
Last chance at a steal, and I don't get to ask questions. No stuff. Wasn't in WCW. Did wrestle in the 90s. Jeff Hardy.
No.
Jeff Hardy only started wrestling early 90s.
He was in the 90s. Didn't wrestle in WCW. Was a WWF champion.
But he also was in the 80s.
Oh, this person was also in the 80s. That's right. Was Fernando right? Is it Warrior?
It is not Warrior. No.
Okay.
Warrior was in WCW doing a shitty
that's right.
19-minute promo.
That's right.
And it wasn't Lex. Fuck. Can we keep doing this one? Because I really want to fuck.
Okay, Fernando. Well, he wasn't a world champion, though, so Owen Hart doesn't work.
Yep, it's
He
not
wasn't a
Owen Hart.
WWF champion. WWF champion.
Was he in a faction?
Over the years, he participated in many groups, but he was never in a faction as far as I remember.
And it wasn't Glenn Jacobs.
It was not Glenn Jacobs.
Gangrel?
Do you guys want to do another round of 2 minutes each, potentially, or do you want me to start just giving hints?
Start giving hits and see if I can get my
Okay.
0.25 on.
Okay. His career started before the 80s.
Is it Ric Flair? No, he was in WCW. Okay, that doesn't work. Bob Backlund? 0.25. Wow. And he did wrestle.
He was in WCW?
He was not.
Never?
No. He was never in WCW.
Never in WCW. Oh.
And he had been
Okay.
WWF champion.
That's right.
Not close together, but he had been WWF champion.
And he was in the Royal Rumble, also in the teens,
Mhm.
2000s. Yeah.
Yep. And that's it. I had to check to be certain because he mostly had stopped wrestling by the mid 2000s, you know. By that point he had transitioned mostly just to managerial roles.
Damn.
Bob Backlund.
That was one that I kind of said, is that even fair? But when you asked WWF champion, that was tough because technically he was WWF champion at one point. He was also WWF champion.
He was WWF champion for a week, less than a week, Sunday to Thursday. Also, the fastest loss in a world title match until Sheamus beat Daniel Bryan.
Okay.
Snap.
Diesel beat him in 6 seconds. Sheamus beat Daniel Bryan in 4 seconds. I'm sorry. Might have been 8 and 6. It was 2 seconds difference between the two. You have a chance to tie it up, bud.
Yep.
Force an overtime.
Force an overtime.
That's what I was going to say here.
Last round, unless there's overtime. It's
Yes.
2 o'clock. Or
Yep,
it's
last
2
round,
hours in.
unless there it goes to overtime. JLB, your time, your 2 minutes starts now.
Male or female?
Female.
Female. WWF?
Yes.
They were in WCW?
Yes.
Were they in ECW?
No.
Blonde hair?
Yes.
Sable?
No.
World champion in WWF?
No.
World champion in WCW?
No.
Did they even have a women's championship in WCW?
Yes, they did.
They did?
Yeah. They created it for Medusa
Medusa, right.
and then never did anything
Nothing with it. Okay, right. That's it. Okay, and are they still actively wrestling?
No.
No. They stopped. Were they in the Attitude Era for WWF?
Yes.
Yes. Former world champion, you said, in WWF?
No. I did not say former world
You did
champion.
not say. Okay.
No.
But world champion in WCW?
No.
Not in ECW. Blonde hair in WWF. Was she a manager for someone?
Yes.
Sunny?
No.
Blonde hair. It's not Sable. It's not Luna.
No.
She wrestled. Did she wrestle in the 80s?
No.
No, just the 90s. Was she in the 2000s?
Yes.
Was she in the 20 teens?
Stacy
Stacy Keibler?
Yes. Tied it up. Boom. That one was a tough one because yes.
Hasn't Stacy Keibler been a world champion?
No.
Wow. Okay. I sincerely thought it was Terry.
I was thinking Terry and then Tori, but I'm like, no, Tori's been a champion.
Tori's been a champion.
Her entire championship accomplishment was she won the Nitro Girl Search in 1999, and she won WWE Babe of the Year in 2004.
Damn, look at that. Tied it up, baby. Thank you, Stacy Keibler. She's got legs and she knows how to use them. Woo!
I believe it's Miss Hancock to you, bud.
Who's she married to?
That was her WCW name.
Oh, that's fair. Definitely didn't know her WCW name.
So how are we doing this? With a sudden death, do we each ask a question?
That's fair. Yeah, we go back and forth.
One question, one guess. One question, one guess.
Yeah.
Back and forth. Okay.
It's like passwords.
Who goes first? Sparks? You need a yes/no coin.
Want to do the rock, paper, scissors virtually?
I'll do it.
Okay. 1, 2. Okay, hold on. We're gonna do 1, 2, 3, shoot, or rock, paper, scissors, shoot. Rock, paper, scissors.
Shoot, or rock, paper, scissors, shoot, or rock, paper, scissors, shoot.
Okay.
But on shoot. Okay.
On shoot. Ready?
Yeah.
Rock,
Rock,
paper, scissors, shoot.
Oh, sorry. I have scissors.
Rock,
paper, scissors, shoot. Rock. This really sucks.
Yeah, he did
You got
paper, so
Okay.
he goes first.
All right. First question: male or female?
Male.
John Cena.
No.
Are they American?
Yes.
Jack Swagger.
No.
Are they former world champion?
No.
Val Venus.
No.
Do they have long hair?
They did at times.
God damn it. All right. Not a former world champion. Billy Kidman.
No.
Wrestled in the 90s.
Yes.
The Godfather.
No.
Wrestled in WCW.
Yes.
Champion. Damn. Okay. Raven.
No.
Believe it or not, that's what I was guessing too. Wrestled in the 2000s.
No.
Had long hair at times. He wrestled in the 2000s.
Did you ask your question yet, though?
Yeah. Did he wrestle in the 2000s? Had Brian Pillman.
No.
Did he wrestle in ECW?
Yes.
And you said yes to WCW, right?
Yes.
And not a world champion. Mick Foley. Oh, he was a world champion. Never mind.
Brown hair.
Yes.
Terry Funk.
No.
Guess you would have probably said he was a world champion because in NWA,
And
definitely.
he technically wrestled in 2000s.
He wrestled forever.
Fucking doesn't ever. He's had 7,000 last matches.
ECW. Was he in? Oh, did you already answer if he was in WWF?
I did already answer. The answer was yes.
So he was in all three. Never a world champion. Sometimes long hair. Did I ask a question already? I guess not.
I have to make a correction on one thing.
Sudden death, motherfucker.
Unfortunately, this is
not fair for all of us.
Technically, he was a world champion. I was not aware because the naming of the championship at that time was International World Heavyweight Champion. And I'll point out that technically the Intercontinental Championship has also been called an Intercontinental World Championship before. So that's what threw me off on it. But technically he was at one point a world champion. But I'm going to point out it's not like a world championship that we would normally associate.
That's fair. And all three.
I'll even
Hold
give
on.
away.
Oh,
I'll even
okay.
give away who it was. It was the WCW International World Heavyweight Championship.
Is he American?
Yes.
And he was world champion. Fuck. And you said brown hair, huh? So I am going to go with Carino.
No.
Has he been part of a faction?
He was part of a few factions.
Are you able to see the comments, JLB?
No, I'm too far away.
Okay.
And I purposely
I
won't
feel
look.
like this is cheating.
Oh, you son of a bitch. Stop looking at the comments.
Go
Go on to the personal
can't
one.
help
Yes,
it. They're
you
right
can.
fucking there.
Go into the personal one so you don't see the comments.
Oh, yeah, we'll go into the personal ones. I'm still gonna guess this person because it got the factions thing got rid of my Hacksaw Jim Duggan. So I'm gonna go with Ravishing Rick Rude.
Ding, 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 ding. Fernando gets it.
Fernando's the winner.
Yes.
He was
So-
never world champion?
Never, and that's why technically the WCW International World Heavyweight Championship, which they retired in '94, and then replaced with the WCW World Championship.
Oh, snap. Okay.
And so that's what, like I said, it threw me off because I wasn't like. It specifically the Wikipedia says not to be confused with the WCW World Heavyweight Championship because it wasn't technically. It was it was from, let's see, 93 to 94,
Oh, wow.
right?
Okay.
It was after they split from the NWA. Technically, it was represented with the big gold belt. But that's where it threw me off. There's only been 7 champions in the time that they had it. Rick Rude being the longest reign, 178 days.
Wow.
Ric Flair held it twice, one of them for less than a day.
All right.
Ding a ding a ding.
I wasn't trying to cheat.
I know. Still tied, though. We'll save it for next time.
Well, technically, we're not still tied if we're carrying it over from next times or last times. I'm still beating you badly because the first one I beat you like 5-2.
No. I'm saying that had a conclusion. This one, we're tied. So I'm saying we can continue it for next time.
No, I fucking guessed Ravishing Rick Rude.
No,
It
you
could've
looked
been
at the
fucking
answer
wrong.
indirectly.
Could it
That
have been
doesn't
wrong?
count.
Could it have been wrong?
It could have been wrong. You still got outside
So
sources.
that could have been fucking throwing me off as much as it could be helping.
Not only do you get the advantage of 20/20 vision by looking far away from the
I do
computer.
not have 20/20 vision. I buy the proper prescription.
That's not my issue here. My issue is I just have horribly bad vision, even with glasses on. That's fair. Fine, you win. Carry on. Let's
The
end this fucking
ECW
podcast.
one was, I think, probably what threw you guys off the most.
Yeah, I totally forgot it was an ECW.
Because it was an ECW for a year. In 97.
Oh shit, that was a pretty fucking grand year to be
Not
in
as a
ECW
wrestler,
too.
though.
Not as a wrestler, right? As a manager.
No, because he would have had to pay back Lords of London.
Yeah, he technically wrestled. It was part of the thing. He made a one-time return to the ring in a 6-man tag team match. And that's part of why he got sued by Lords of London. Because he cashed in his policy because of his injury.
He thought was career ending.
Mm-hmm. And then
What did he pass away of? What did he die of?
heart failure, I believe.
Heart failure. Shit.
Before
Nope,
we
nope.
play our
Accidental overdose.
final game, I gotta pee.
We're playing a final game?
Well, we'll just do a couple rounds of it. But while waiting, we will debate. Fernando asked who will win, Punk or Mox, tomorrow on AEW. And I will say that Fernando, you seem awfully confident that we will have a winner. I am not.
I'm here in spirit. Yeah, I don't know. I mean, honestly, there's so many ways. Is MJF going to return? Are they just doing this schmoz finish for the All Out? You know what I mean? There's just so much dilemma. If they would have said, hey, someone has to win on this tonight's Dynamite, if I had to pick someone, I feel like it's going to be CM Punk. CM Punk came out with a new shirt. It's his heel shirt, almost the same design as he had in WWE. MJF is maybe going to help him or something. I don't know. That feels too WWE-ish to do. And then they're going to turn on each other and they're going to face each other at whatever the fuck the next pay-per-view is.
Yeah. I think you're mostly right in the fact that
CM Punk's turning heel.
No, in the fact that if there is a winner, it'll be CM Punk.
Mm-hmm.
Moxley having the championship was simply just a fill-in because CM Punk got injured. And if they planned on taking it off of CM Punk to Moxley, they wouldn't have named him interim champion. They would have had CM Punk have to be forced to relinquish the title. And then they would have had a tournament and had Moxley win it and be the full champion. So if there's going to be a winner tomorrow, it's going to be Punk. And then they'll go on to some sort of a feud for him, potentially MJF. It makes little sense for them to have him heel and then face MJF unless they're banking on MJF getting a face pop when he returns, which he very well might. Again, we talked about the promo, you better fire me. That's the sort of thing that gets fucking face pop when they return. So, I could see that. But
at the same time, this whole Hangman thing, Hangman's face, CM Punk is heel. They could easily go that route as well.
They sure could. And
who's listed as the number one ranking right now, aside from obviously Mox, I guess.
Let me pull up their official ratings here.
Although, I guess they can switch that around anytime they please, though, at the same time. So
The official power rankings have not been released
Oh boy.
yet for
There
this
you go.
week. They also did not get released
Last week.
last week. It's been 2 weeks since they released them. The last release, at least on AEW.com, I'll check to see if maybe they put them up on Twitter and forgot to put them here.
Update their website.
But the last power rankings had Hangman Page as the number 1 contender, Powerhouse Hobb number 2, Chris Jericho number 3, Daniel Garcia number 4, and Jay Lethal number 5.
Oh, wow.
Now, keeping in mind that they don't have separate power rankings for the
Each title.
the TNT Championship or the All Atlantic Championship. It's all just one. Powerhouse Hobbs is probably, if anything, number 1 contender really for the TNT Championship. That's a good feud to put him into, him and Wardlow.
Oh yeah.
Jay Lethal, Daniel Garcia, or Chris Jericho, I don't think are technically really contenders for any of the championships right now. They're mostly just on there for the prestige that putting them on there gives them, sort of a thing. But Hangman Page is technically the number 1 contender. So I think if I'm Tony Khan and I'm looking at this, the way I see it, it's a no-brainer that you announce a special guest referee for the match and you put Hangman Page out there. And then you have the match in, I'm not going to say in a schmoz, but in a non-conclusive way. You know what I mean? Maybe CM Punk just walks and it's a count out, and technically, Mox wins, but CM Punk can still say, I'm still the champion because I had champion's advantage. Sort of a thing, right? And so then they put it and they make it a fatal or a triple threat or something like that at, All Out for the championship. And then that gives Hangman Page an in there to it. But what it comes down to is I don't believe there will be an actual champion, like an actual winner at the match this week. So, do you agree, D.A. Fabe?
Yeah, no, I think there will be a winner.
Yeah, I know, I don't. Okay. So, who do you think will be the winner?
I think Punk wins.
Yeah, because Mox doesn't literally need to be there. No offense to Mox there, but I don't know. He seems kind of out of place. The bigger story here is MJF, Punk, and Page. So you're going to build that up. And if there's real heat, I still think Tony Khan puts Punk as the person because that's what's fucking selling. And like him or hate him, Punk, if all that stuff backstage is what it is, Tony Khan is a promoter at the end of the day and is going to take full advantage of all the hype he's getting off of that. And better to turn Punk heel. That's going to work. Definitely. And if MJF comes back, MJF face would be interesting. Because his promos would still kill. Because he'd almost be like, he'd almost be like a Mox or like a Punk anyways, right? Let me know when I'm telling lies. He'll be his cocky self. He'll say what he wants, but he'll also be stating facts. So the fans will eat that up. And yeah, I don't know, man. It's either Page or MJF, though, that Punk is going to be facing at God knows whatever pay-per-view, whether it's All Out or the next pay-per-view after that. which I guess would be Double or Nothing.
Yeah, I just don't think we're going to see a victory on free TV. I think, in the end they put this match on, but I don't. I think this is part of a plan to have a major match at the pay per view. But we'll find out tomorrow.
Yep.
We won't see tomorrow. It's Johnny Gargano on AEW.
Nope.
You had to go back to WWE. Stupid poo poo head. I can't stay mad at him.
I'm sure he's very comforted by the fact that you can't stay mad at him.
Yeah, I'm sure he's like, oh. I'm looking back here on AEW's Twitter, and I'm like, almost a week back, and they haven't put out a power rankings. So, as far as I know, they haven't updated them for 2 weeks, which is fine. So,
Well, Tony Khan can't do it all.
yeah, you sure can't. Well, I mean, maybe he's revamping the power rankings, because I do think you need to have separate power rankings for the different titles. You can't just have, say this guy's. I mean, because heck, if I were Hangman Page, I'd be like, well, I'm number one contender. I'm going to go after whatever belt I want. And I'm American. I'm going to go after that All Atlantic one, because, I can. And
America's on the Atlantic.
yeah, America's got an Atlantic, so yeah. Or maybe I'm going to go after the TNT, because I think I can beat Wardlow easier. Do think it's funny. Chris Statlander gets a new shirt this week, right after she's been injured and out for the foreseeable future. Anyways, so we'll just play a couple quick rounds of pick or pass, because it is, late. We've been doing this for 2.5 hours. So I'm going to start off with the ones we just talked about. Pick or pass, CM Punk or Jon Moxley. And we will go JLB first.
Oh man, that's a tough one. I'd pick Jon Moxley. So CM Punk or MJF.
To me,
Mm-hmm.
The challenge is tough, but I got to go with the future. I'm going to choose MJF.
Okay.
Oh, I got to challenge you, don't I?
How it works, yes.
Yeah.
Yes.
Yes.
CM Punk or Kenny Omega.
No, Kenny Omega. Who'd have thought CM Punk would make it all the way around? Hello, Mr. Wilson.
Oh, that's Mr. Oh boy, I fucked that up. I was like Merle Wilson.
Merwilson. CM Punk or Bryan Danielson.
Bryan Danielson. CM Punk.
Hello, Oxero, Ax Euro. Hey, we're just going to put
Hey,
you on screen and say hey. X01.
Hey. CM Punk or Chris Jericho? All time for both.
Well, when you say all time, then it's going to be Chris Jericho.
Okay.
So, CM Punk or
I don't know, man. CM Punk had a pretty lengthy career too, though.
John Cena.
CM Punk. That's a tougher one though because John Cena's a merch mover, and that's
Yeah. Well, so is CM Punk. Not as much as John Cena, but you'd still get a pretty penny for CM Punk merch.
John
I
Cena.
fucking bought a CM Punk shirt for fuck's sakes.
Yeah, John Cena. You could also, fucking bank on getting a bunch of money off his movies and TV shows, um, so yeah, so I'm taking CM Punk in that case. So John Cena or Roman Reigns.
Now, well, I guess when John Cena was active.
Yeah.
I don't know. I was never really big on John Cena. I'm gonna go with Roman Reigns.
Hot take.
Yep. John Cena or mm, I feel like Johnson's gonna lose. John Cena or The Undertaker.
Undertaker. John Cena or Dwayne The Rock Johnson.
Oh fuck.
Oh, I didn't think that was gonna be tough.
It is tough because of merch sales, but and longevity. Let's be real. John Cena had a longer career in wrestling than Dwayne Johnson really did. That being said, I'm choosing Dwayne Johnson as long as I can get a cut of his movie deals.
And for the first half of his movie career, you can.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
So, John Cena or Johnny Hungy?
John Cena. Okay.
Solved the problem there.
All right. Fair enough. Johnny Hungy or Austin Theory.
Johnny Hungy.
Okay.
Theory or Gargano.
Gargano.
You knew where that was going.
Mm-hmm.
As soon as he said it, you knew where it was going.
Yep. So, Theory or Ethan Page?
Theory or Ethan Page? I really like Ethan Page. Ethan Page. Theory or The Miz?
The Miz.
Okay.
Didn't even realize that was going to be in question.
Well, I mean, I don't know. I mean, theory's the future. Miz is, obviously fantastic, but longevity wise, Theory has a lot more years ahead than he does behind him. So
Okay, didn't even realize that was going to be in question. Uh, so Theory or Adam Cole Bebe.
Adam Cole, baby.
Yeah, that was a no-brainer.
Theory or Max Dupree.
Theory.
Wow. You really don't like that gimmick, do you?
I don't. Max Dupree. Dupree. Or EC3 when he was in Impact, because I feel like it's not fair to put him in NXT WWE.
Since we're limited it to Impact, are we limiting Max Dupree as Max Dupree?
No. You can, because Eli Drake was also an Impact too, right?
Yeah.
So both Impacts.
I'll take
Both their
Eli
Impact
Drake.
runs.
I'll take Eli Drake.
Oh, fuck. How are we going to get EC3 out of here?
Oh,
Shouldn't be too hard.
Yeah. EC3 or Alex Reynolds.
EC3.
There you go.
There. Alex Reynolds or Evil Uno.
Alex Reynolds. Evil Uno. Evil Uno or Evil Uno.
Evil Uno or Evil Uno. Got it.
Fuck. Evil Uno or fuck. Hobbs.
Hobbs.
Yeah, I didn't know how to get fucking Evil Uno out of this.
Evil Uno or
aside from putting up Warrior.
Oh, we don't have to use Warrior. We don't even need to mention his name. Evil Uno, or specifically the young, natural Dustin Rhodes.
Yeah, Evil Uno. But now I can say any era Dustin Rhodes or Dolphy Ziggs. And this will be the last round, by the way.
Delphi's eggs. Sorry, Dustin Rhodes.
And Dustin Rhodes.
Yeah.
Rhodes, my bad. Dustin Rhodes. Okay, Dustin Rhodes as Gold Dust, or Cody Rhodes as Dashing Cody Rhodes.
Dashing Cody Rhodes.
Dashing
yes,
Cody
cool.
Rhodes.
Laughing all the way.
What in the fuck are you two on?
It is late at night. We've been podcasting for 2 whole fucking hours, and it's really lasting.
Last one, Dustin Rhodes.
One.
Or
No, yeah, Dustin Rhodes, sorry.
Or Brian Pillman.
Ooh.
Guys who both deserved better than their booking.
And this is any era Dustin Rhodes.
And any era Brian Pillman.
Dustin Rhodes. Flying Brian was good, but
Ending on Loose Cannon or Flying Brian or anything like that is not a bad win.
Mm-hmm. So, odd man out. Undeservedly so.
Yeah. Took longer on other games.
Mm-hmm. But on that note, I think it is time to wrap things up.
If you want to throw one more out there for all of us, you can just say Brian Pillman or Hulk Hogan.
I could. But we know the answer to that one is
Shockmaster or Brian Pillman.
yeah.
Shockmaster's a
Or,
safe one.
you know,
I'm not very upset about.
Or Brian Pillman or Ed Leslie.
Taking Ed Leslie.
Fuck you. On that note, we're going to go ahead and wrap things up. Close the book on the Fantasy Booking Institute. Thank you all for joining us on the live stream. If you're listening to this on the replay, watching the replay, listening to it on the podcast, we would love for you to come and join us for the live stream. It gets a little lively in the comment section sometimes, and that's a ton of fun. Plus, you get to participate and be like Fernando and correctly predict the answer to some of the quizzes. So that's really fun. But if you can't get there, I understand. The live stream is still going to be archived and up all over the place. So you can do it same places as normal if you'll listen to the podcast or whatever. But here, do us a favor. Like, share, subscribe, right? Click the button, click the notification, and then share it with your friends. Post it on your Facebook or your Twitter machines, or talk about it on the Tickety Talks. Get the word out, because we'd love to have more people coming. Also, I've mentioned it before, if you're watching this or listening to this on YouTube, Facebook, any of the podcast platforms, come join us on Twitch. Twitch is where it's at. Twitch.tv/Raw and Order WBU, because we do Twitch exclusive live streams occasionally, reaction videos to the pay-per-views. We're going to be doing live streams of other things all the time, and that's where you'll see them, as Twitch exclusive. and it's just more fun that way. So head on over to twitch.tv/Raw and Order WBU and click that follow button there. That's going to be the way to go. You can also follow us on all the social medias. The link tree that's up on the screen right there will get them all to you, but you can follow me wherever you go at Raw and Order WBU, except for on Facebook where it's at Pissant Podcast. You can follow DA Fabe at
DA Vincent K. Fabe.
Whoop.
On
and
Twitter.
You can follow
That's it.
On Twitter.
JLB
Just Twitter at-
JLB 420 on Twitter. But of course, you can follow me on Twitch, twitch.tv/JLBTLC25. We do video games. We do a bunch of other crap. Feel free to check me out there. Follow me there. It's always a good time. We do a little bit of everything. But Real Talk Radio, of course, is also the brand. Anchor.fm/RTR. And that is it. I am out, and I am freaking tired. Back to you guys.
But on that note, like I said, we're going to go ahead and wrap things up. Close the book on the Fantasy Booking Institute. Thank you all for listening. We will see you soon.
Peace
Shout-
out.
Hey.